I opened my home out of kindness, never realizing how quickly that kindness would be twisted against me. My fiancé's younger brother, Jason, was 24, freshly unemployed, and had just a rough patch to get through. Or at least that's how my fiancée Melissa put it. She asked if he could stay with us temporarily until he got back on his feet. I didn't think much of it at the time. I grew up believing family helps family. And if this man was going to be my brother-in-law, then I wanted to show good faith. So I said yes. 1 or 2 weeks, I thought. A month at most. But weeks turned into months. 3 months in, Jason hadn't paid a single dollar toward rent, groceries, or utilities. He didn't even try. He'd wake up late, sprawl on the couch with video games blaring, leave dishes piled in the sink, and somehow still act like I was inconveniencing him when I asked for help around the house. Melissa always defended him. He just needs time. He's been through a lot. Sure, but what about me? I was the one paying for the roof, the food, the electricity that powered his all-night gaming sessions. I started noticing how entitled he became. He'd invite friends over without asking, drink my beer, eat the leftovers I'd specifically saved for lunch, and never once said thank you. The worst part? He treated my house like it was his, while I felt more and more like a guest in my own home. And then one evening, when I finally told him he needed to start contributing or at least respect the fact that he was living under my roof for free, Jason leaned back, smirked, and said the words that made my blood boil. You need to respect me, man. This isn't just your house, it's my sister's too. In that moment, I realized just how deep the disrespect went. His words echoed in my head. It's my sister's house too. Yes, technically Melissa lived there with me, but the house was mine. I bought it. I worked overtime to pay the mortgage, and I handled every bill that kept the lights on. Jason had contributed nothing. And yet, he sat there acting like I owed him some kind of deference. I glanced at Melissa, hoping she'd set him straight. Instead, she stayed quiet, biting her lip like she agreed with him but didn't want to say it out loud. That silence cut deeper than Jason's arrogance. From then on, things spiraled. Jason started pushing boundaries even more. He stopped asking before borrowing my car, just took the keys and left. Once, he returned it with an empty tank and fast food wrappers stuffed in the back seat. No apology, just a shrug. Another time, I came home from work to find Jason sprawled across my side of the bed watching Netflix on Melissa's laptop, while she giggled next to him like it was completely normal. When I asked what the hell was going on, Jason smirked and said, "Relax, man. Family hangs out. Don't be so uptight." I started feeling like an outsider in my own home. Melissa and Jason formed this strange alliance, always on the same side, always dismissing my concerns. When I mentioned rent again, Jason laughed and said, "Money isn't everything, bro. You should be grateful I keep this place from feeling dead." Grateful. That was the word he used while draining my fridge, driving my car, and leaving his dirty laundry scattered across the living room. And the worst part? Melissa defended him every single time. He'll figure it out soon. Don't be so harsh, he's family. But family doesn't make you feel like a stranger in your own house. And the resentment inside me was reaching a breaking point. The breaking point came on a Saturday morning. I walked into the kitchen to find Jason sitting at the table with 2 of his buddies, drinking my coffee and eating the breakfast I had prepped for myself. When I asked what they were doing there, Jason rolled his eyes and said, "You need to chill, man. You're way too controlling. Respect goes both ways." That was it. I set my mug down, looked him dead in the eye, and said, "You've been living here for 4 months. No rent. No bills. No respect. This is not your house, it's mine. And you are no longer welcome." Jason laughed like I was bluffing, glancing at Melissa for backup. But this time, I didn't care what she thought. I grabbed his duffel bag, shoved it into his hands, and opened the door. "Out. Now." The smirk fell from his face. He muttered something under his breath, but eventually stormed out with his friends. Melissa exploded. "How could you do that to my brother?" He had nowhere else to go. I took a deep breath and said words I never thought I'd say. "Melissa, I let him stay here for you. I endured the disrespect for you. But if you think I should tolerate being treated like a guest in my own home, then maybe you should go with him." The silence that followed was deafening. She didn't leave that day, but something between us shifted permanently. I realized she had chosen to protect Jason's comfort over my dignity. Within a month, our engagement was off. Because I'd rather live alone in peace than with a partner who expects me to sacrifice my self-respect for her brother's freeloading. And if there's one lesson I walked away with, it's this: generosity is a gift, not an obligation. The moment someone treats it like a right, it's time to shut the door.